DTender, making bidding decentralized. Decentralized bidding where trust and transparency meet efficiency. So let me tell you about my team. This is Kitay Hazare and these are the members. The problem that we are trying to solve, decentralized bidding systems are needed because of the limitations of the traditional centralized bidding systems. The centralized bidding systems, they lack transparency, they charge high fee emissions, they have limited participation, and there are multiple drawbacks. Hence, this is a problem that needs to be solved, and this is a perfect example for to be decentralized. So our solution, we decentralize the process, and one of the key aspects of our solution is the polygon ID, which is used to verify the companies that have come into a DApp to send out tenders to allow bidders to bid for the tender. So there are many other advantages of making this process decentralized, and you can find them here. So what does a company and a bidder get using the system? The company would first get itself verified, and then it could be able to post tenders, and then the bidders will come, they can bid for the tenders and get their tenders accordingly. And it would be much more easier for the companies to get an optimal price for their tender. The tech stacks that we use, we built the entire front end of our project using Next.js. The contract written is done using Solidity. We have tested and deployed using Remix and Hardhat respectively. We have deployed on the Polygon ZK EVM and the Polygon Mumbai networks. The tools that we use, Polygon ID for verification, Polybase, the database, and for authentication, Moralis and IPFS for upload files. So let's go on to the demo.
So first of all, we'll start with the authentication. So you can see a blue sign in button at the top. When you click on it, the Polybase authentication works here, which connects the user with this MetaMask wallet to the DTender application. Now, when you are logged in, you can see the wallet addresses come above, and now you have two options. Are you logging in as a bidder or an organization? So bidder means that I am going to bid for a tender that is created by a verified organization. An organization means that I am an organization and I'll be creating a tender. But for being an organization, you will have to enter a corporate identification number, which would be verified by our Polygon ID ZK proof. So I have entered 1234 and I click on OK. As soon as I click on OK, a QR code will be displayed, and now I'll be using my Polygon ID wallet app, which whose recording will be shown to you right now. So let's start. Okay, so now I have completed my process with the Polygon ID wallet app, and now we can see that verification successful. You have been successfully verified using the Polygon ID. So now the organization has been verified by our Polygon. You can see the transactions have been completed successfully for the ZKP request setting and the ZKP response submission, and our organization has been successfully verified by his CIN. And now we'll create a proposal for a tender. Like let's keep the tender name as IIT Gandhinagar Hostel Compound, and tender for hostel compound at IIT in Gandhinagar, India. And let's set the minimum bid amount to 100, maximum bid amount to 800, and let's select a deadline. Like after this deadline, you cannot bid for it. And we'll upload these documents to IPFS. So we'll select two documents here. And now when we click on propose, our smart contract executes, and before that, these two images that we selected will get uploaded to the IPFS. So it's working right now, so we'll wait. The MetaMask pop-up comes here and we'll confirm the transaction, and tender has been created successfully. The tender, and now we'll go to the all tenders page, and as we can see below, IIT Gandhi Hostel Compound, this tender has been created, and as we are the owner of this tender, so we can just view some bids, but right now it is empty, so there are no bids. So now we will swap the account using the Polybase authentication system. We'll swap the account and sign in as a bidder this time. So let's swap to some different account and connect, and we'll sign the message. So now we have successfully changed our account, and now we can see it is 0xCE. Now we'll log in as a bidder and press on OK. So we have successfully signed in. Now we'll go on my tenders, and here we can see we can now place a bid. So we'll place a bid on any one of them. So we'll click on this, we'll enter some bid amount which should be basically greater than the minimum limit that we set. So as we click on OK, a MetaMask transaction would come up that will place a bid, and that would update our smart contract. So when we click on continue, bid has been created successfully. And now we log out and again log in as the organization account by swapping the account. Now again swap account and we log in as the organization. And we have successfully logged in as our organization. Now we will go so a particular person can be both a bidder and organization. So now we will go on to my tenders, and now we'll go on to view bids, and as we can see a bid has been occurred from the particular account wallet address, and all the details come here. Now we'll click on accept bid to accept that, like after the deadline has been over, we'll see multiple bids, and now the one that is the minimum bid, which is very particular for a user, he will accept that bid and he will confirm the MetaMask transaction. And on the acceptance of the MetaMask transaction, the bid has been successfully placed, and we have accepted the particular bid, and the person who is the owner of that bid who bid it there would get the amount. And as we can see the polygon transactions here, so 11 seconds ago we made a successful transaction of accepting a bid, and now this 120 bay that the person bid has been transferred, and now the person can start the project, and hence our goal towards this project has been completed successfully.
Now I'm going to tell you about the integration of Polybase that we've used for this project. And so we have signed in here, and as you can see in the top right, we have this is our dynamic NFT which we give it to every user, and what's dynamic about it is the level. The level keeps upgrading based on the number of tenders that you bid for and which are accepted. So let's head over to Polybase, and can we go over to the schema once? So we have created two schemas. One is for the DTender dynamic NFT metadata, and it has a function for upgrade level. The second tender is for the verified company. Here what we are doing is that since we don't have to verify the company over and over again by scanning the QR, because the company is verified only once by the Polygon ID, right? So we're storing these in the Polybase database, and we once if it exists, we don't have to check again. This is the logic behind implementing it. So yeah, and that is it. This is the dynamic NFT metadata. As you can see, the level is 6 here, and when we go over, this is for the account number 2 and it is 6. So yes, that's it.
On the deployment of our contract on the Polygon ZK EVM. We have successfully deployed our contract on the Polygon ZK EVM, and we have successfully made contract calls for deploying for uploading a tender or for bidding a tender. All the contracts call works on the ZK EVM. Now one drawback that we found, or one such thing we couldn't find in the ZK EVM, was the validators for the Polygon ID implementation. And due to this, the Polygon ID aspect of the project couldn't be implemented on the Polygon ZK EVM. But apart from that, the contract is successfully deployed on this, and every other function works.
Specs of our application or dApp. We would also like to add a verification system for the bidder, so that authentic tender owners or organization owners get authentic bidders, and we also would love to make the dApp work across multiple chains. So thank you. This was our project, and you can find all the important links, necessary links attached here.